What's up, everybody? My name is Kim, and I'm here with Roy of the Core Family. What's up, Roy?
Hey, what's up, Kim?
So, today we're going to be talking about muscle memory, whatever that is. So, I guess the first question would be what is this whole idea of muscle memory anyway, Roy?
Well, it's a misconception.
Okay.
It's, when people say that they do the research and they don't really do the research and they say what other people may have heard and they spin it around to make it sound like that they've heard it themselves.
Okay.
So it's no, to me, as far as what I've been, my experience, 10 years in the fitness industry and more, and taking different types of supplements and going on regressions and progressions, there's no such thing as muscle memory. There's no such thing.
That's was going to be my next question was is it a myth? So
Totally.
essentially it's a myth. And I would say it's kind of the same thing with like social media. If somebody puts an idea out there and it kind of like hits like a wildfire.
You got it. You
So
got
a long
it. It
time
could be
ago, people-
carried on. It could be carried on for generations.
Exactly. So
Oh.
now everybody has this idea of muscle memory. So kind of explain to people what people are actually talking about when they're talking about muscle memory because it's not actually your muscles.
All right. So when people are basically talking about muscle memory, they're basically talking about muscle connectivity and how it grows and different ways it grows, and basically they're your repetition and how you train it to grow.
So cognitively. Though.
Cognitively.
Yeah.
Everything comes from, if you can't think it, you can't actually do it. So once you actually think about the exercise you're doing and perform the exercise for a gain or a certain goal, that's the way your muscle actually grows.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Basically, athletic conditioning is going to be totally different type of principles from weightlifting,
Yeah.
from bodybuilding.
Yeah, they're just if they stop working out and they work out again later on, a bodybuilder is gonna be a little bit different than somebody who's maybe like a sprint runner. Or
Totally,
something like
totally.
That.
Their
Yeah.
muscles grew and was repetitiously trained in different principles in different ways. So whereas your a sprinter's muscles may be lean and toned for years, and a weightlifter's muscles may be dense and solid for only a few months after training, and but sprinter's endurance and his toneness and his slim muscles gonna be held for probably a year or a little bit more.
So essentially, somebody who never really did athletics when they were younger, growing up, could be still stiff even if they're trying to work out, right?
Totally, totally. If
Yeah.
it all depends on what you repetitiously do. If as certain generations grow older, we learn different levels of athleticism or how to get better at treating our body. So I remember 30, 40 years ago, you couldn't tell any base or basketball or any major league sports player about getting in a cold bath that would insulate their muscles. You understand?
Yeah, and now they do it all.
Now they do it all.
Yeah.
The understanding of what goes into your body and what you have to do and the ways you train your body, not from memory, but the different ways you train your body that you learn and that you keep in your mind is the way that your muscles grow.
So then I guess my next question to you as a personal trainer and you're helping people learn how to do the right form and work out properly, how can you help somebody focus on their working memory instead of just being like, oh, well, my muscles will remember it, and because they have to make a conscious effort. So what would you tell people who need to work on their working memory?
Basically, I advise all my clients from either the youngest to the oldest, and basically this is more detrimental for older people to have the repetition. You have to go. I always tell them it's about form and repetition.
Yeah.
Once you get your form and your repetition down, your flexibility, everything comes on after that. So if you're just starting out, if you're a novice at this, if you're wanting to get better at anything you do, just study your form, perfect your form, and do the repetition more. Everything happens in repetition. Like I've once read a story that a goalie in a soccer club got very successful because he used to go out in the morning time and have 1,000 balls kicked at him every morning.
Wow.
And he started out not being able to block 10.
Yeah.
By the end of the summertime, he blocked 1,000 balls every day.
Because of the repetition and to
the
keep
pure
doing
repetition of it. That's all.
So it wasn't because his muscles remembered, I gotta jump this way, I gotta jump that way. It was because mentally he was preparing
He's
himself
preparing
with the
himself
repetition.
for the repetition of the movement, actually.
Yes.
So it's all about repetition and form, I think. And muscle memory is actually just a total myth, I think.
Very cool. So is any other closing tips for people?
For most people, please just remember about repetition. No matter what you do, no matter in life, you have to do it consistently to make a difference, or actually for you to be successful at it. I've been doing this for a very long time. There have been times I wanted to quit,
Yeah.
but I knew if I repetitively did something, something would give, something would come out of it, and that's what I basically put a lot of my training behind. Is the consistency and the dedication that I bring to it.
So I guess from my take, the muscle that you gotta work on the most is your brain.
Of course,
right?
all the time, all the time. That's one of the most strongest muscles in you. The heart is a little bit bigger, but the brain, I think, is the strongest and most
Yeah.
and most important.
Yeah. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you guys have any tips or any topics that you want us to talk about and you got value out of this, let us know. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to us on Instagram and on Facebook, and we'll see you on the next video.